Good morning, you guys. So, I got a comment a while ago that I keep thinking about, and I want to kind of talk about it because it's been bugging me a little bit, and I want to bring something up to you guys that I used to do a long time ago, probably like 3 or 4 years ago. Somebody left a comment on I posted a short that went absolutely crazy. Hold on, let me come on. Okay, so the short is a video of Mufasa doing some practice at a doctor's appointment. I have since then switched doctors from where this video was filmed, but the comment, come on, phone, stop it. I'm not gonna say names, but the comment says, "I'd like my dog to be trained like yours, beautiful pup." First of all, thank you. I absolutely adore my dog. Like, I love him to death. It took a lot of practice, and what some of you guys may not know is when Mufasa started doing his service dog training, it started in here. One of his first tasks and alerts that he learned was for PTSD. Now, Mufasa is considered to be a multi-purpose service dog because he does psychiatric alerts and responses, but he also does medical alert and response. So, like I said, it took a very long time to get to where Mufasa is at. It took a lot of patience on my end, which I did like puppy basics with him first, and because I knew all about the puppy basics, I knew exactly how I could almost like fast track or fast train. My neighbor's looking at me again. Hi. I knew how to fast train that, and I knew at the time we thought he was a pit bull boxer type mix. We didn't know his actual breed. Now, I will say, I spent a pretty penny getting my dog's DNA test. Specifically Mufasa and Xena's test. We kind of knew what we thought Maddie was. We knew she was some type of beagle mix. However, we had no idea about the border collie and the pit bull in her. And then Mufasa's breed, from where they had him, like what they had him marked as versus what he actually is, was completely wrong. If I can give you anything from this video, go easy. Go easy on yourself, because there was a lot of tears involved with getting Mufasa where he's at. Now, like I said, I kind of knew what I was doing with puppy basics, so that was an easy thing for me. However, when it came to service dog training, when I looked online and on YouTube, there wasn't a whole lot explaining how to teach and what to do with it. There was not a lot of information out there. Now, a couple years back, I used to do training sessions, like updates, because I wanted to be able to have you guys follow along with where me and Mufasa were at. However, those videos did not gain a lot of views to them. I think the biggest one, if I remember correctly, has like 5 views on it. So it wasn't, it really wasn't worth the time for me to put into doing those videos, because they didn't, like I said, they didn't get a whole lot of views on those videos. I will bring them back if you guys are interested in that. So that, like, puppy basics, beginning of service dog training, let me make something perfectly clear, okay? You have to be disabled to have a service dog. Having a service dog is not fun. It's not fun for me to rely on a dog to tell me when I'm gonna get a migraine, when I'm gonna pass out, when my heart rate's too high, when I'm showing signs of anxiety and panic and a crying response. It's not fun. It's not easy to tote a dog everywhere you go. I have to carry multiple bags just to make sure that I have the gear that I need for my dog. For example, so obviously my trainer knows about the sore on the side of Mufasa's neck. Right now, we are fighting with the yeast. He has yeast rashes all over the place. Now, I'm gonna show you guys one thing. Hold on. Let me gather all of my gear. Hold on. There you go. Okay. That's the chair. Calm down. Let me gather all of my stuff here so that I can show you guys some of this. Now, I've done videos in the past showing you guys what I have to bring as just one service dog with me. When I was tandem team with my retired service dog, Maddie, it was probably like double the amount of what I have to carry now. Okay. So, Mufasa works on a chain collar. Now, this is what it looks like. He does fantastic on this collar. He does not pull. His heel is a little bit sloppy again, which we're gonna have to work on, like, at least weekly. So this, like, he doesn't pull on this. He used to wear a prong collar. However, hear me out. I used to be 100% against prong collars. I hate them. I do not want my dog on a prong collar every time we go out. Now, it depends on your view of a prong collar. Now, again, I will say, please do your research. If you're going to put your dog in a prong collar, make sure you do it right, okay? If the prong collar is down too far, like a chain collar or a normal collar would sit, you're gonna damage their esophagus doing that. A prong collar is meant to go up and behind the ears, and it's meant for small little corrections. Now, a prong collar is a training tool. It is not meant to be used 24/7. Okay? I've seen people with prong collars way too far down on their dogs. It's, like I said, gonna damage their esophagus. Like I said, Mufasa does not pull on this. If he's getting a little bit slappy, I tell him, hey, fix your puppy. Like, what are you doing? Like, pay attention, you know? But right now, my trainer does not want this on him because it's gonna pinch right where that sore is. So we haven't been able to use this for a very long time. Now, you guys know that he works most times in a harness. Okay? I got the chance to kind of figure out where he liked it and where he didn't. So, the thing with Mr. Mufasa is he does not like straight, like right across the chest harnesses. He doesn't like that. He more prefers like a Y-front style vest. Okay, that makes perfect sense, you know? It just kind of is what it is. Now, another thing with the collars, right now we're only working in biothane collars because they are easy to wash. Because he's got all of this like yeast stuff going on, we wanted something that I could watch pretty closely, and these fit pretty decent on him. But I can also wash them, sanitize them, do whatever the hell I need to do with this. The biothane collars give me the freedom to do that. His webbing collars don't do that. I can't actually wash his webbing collars. I don't currently have a washing machine. And I know my mom is probably going to see this video. Why don't you have a washing machine? Neighbor has it. Now, the other thing I can suggest to you guys is make sure you have updated tags. If your dog has a microchip, please make sure that information is updated. Okay? 4th of July is coming up. Keep your dogs safe. Alright? My dogs wear collars for the 4th of July, and they're actually collars that I made. Now, because Mufasa is fighting with this yeast issue that he's been having, he won't be able to wear it, but this is what our 4th of July collars look like. And like I said, normally they all have tags, but ever since we've been at the park that we're at, none of their tags have been updated. So, not very good, but I think Mufasa is going to have to wear a black biothane one. Look at this tag. We forgot to pull the string out, and it just kind of set in there, but my hubby made that tag. And then the little cute bow accessories on them. So I think this is the one that Mufasa is going to have to wear for 4th of July. Okay. Now, obviously, I can still use leashes like this. This particular one is from Amazon. This is one of the first traffic leashes that I have. I love that it's as padded as it is. However, this was a little bit long. And then hubby comes out. If you guys don't know, we have a little shop called Mufasa, and hubby accidentally made a leash that was way too small for an order that we had got. So he came out with micro minis. I love this thing. It is quite literally the perfect length for me and Mufasa. I love it. Now, another thing that I really like is having a floating, like, O-ring or D-ring or whatever. I prefer D-rings because I find that they sit better. It's just kind of a personal preference type thing, where I can take an OTS style leash, over the shoulder style leash. I can hook the clasp end to this, and if I need to, I can grab this. But it doesn't give it enough, like, slack where Mufasa trips over it. When something like this, if this had a floating D-ring in it, which obviously it doesn't, this would give him enough room to trip over. Absolutely love these. And I did a black thread with a yellow leash on it, and this is a leash that obviously I made. I tried to do that like box stitch. That was not easy. But this is another one that I absolutely love. I can use stuff like this on Mufasa still, but I can't use like webbing and fabric collars, and my 2-inch collars I still can't use because it rubs right on that spot. For his yeast issues that he's been having, I used this Curaseb. I probably botched that pretty badly, but this is an antiseptic spray for dogs and cats. Broad spectrum veterinary formula. This is a obviously topical spray. Antifungal, antibacterial, and anti-yeast. This stuff is gold in a bottle. I absolutely love this. I spray this on wherever his yeast is at least once a day, and it works really, really good. So I do want to get, there is some kind of like wound paste that I found on Amazon from this same brand, which is another anti-yeast like ointment almost. I don't know. This is like gold in a bottle. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. You guys know Mufasa's on Cosquin. Now, because 4th of July is coming up, some of the things that I still need to get, and then some of the things that I have, I don't know if the items that I need to get would come in on time. That's poor planning on my part, but I found these pheromone sprays for helping Mr. Mufasa calm down, especially with the fireworks. This is from the Thunder Ease line, but this is what they look like. This, again, has worked really well for Mufasa. I'm actually pretty surprised by these. For anything else that could probably go wrong with him, I keep a bag of like ointments and stuff that I can use on him if I need to. As of recently, on his left side, he damaged his ear pretty bad. As you guys know, he had an ear infection So they gave us the medicine, but he damaged like a blood vessel or something in his ear, and it caused his ear to pretty much swell. But when you go to like pinch the like fluid filled area, you can see like where you pinched, and then you can see like fluid come back in. So we're waiting to see if it fixes itself or if we have to take him in to get that fixed. So there's that. I keep a bag of cotton balls because cotton balls come in way more handy than what I expected them to. Again, because Mufasa has floppy ears, you can put cotton balls, put a happy hoodie on, and then put his muffs on to dampen the sound of the fireworks. Now, I will say I did find dog-specific melatonin. However, they can only have 6 milligrams of melatonin a day. So I don't know if I'm gonna have to get an anxiety medication for him or get him some kind of like puppy melatonin, or if Benadryl would work. I'm not very sure with that. I, again, would have to talk to a vet. The vet that we went to see the last time kind of messed up, made me kind of angry. But he has like ear wipes. This my mom actually made. This is Pop Bone. I have used this like crazy on him. This actually helped the like scabby part of the sword that was on his neck. This helped it come off. Now, I put this over top, obviously wearing a glove. I didn't want to transfer anything to him or me. So I put a glove on, I put this over top of that sore, and probably within a couple of hours, I noticed that the like scabby thing and like the fur and the skin was separated. So I took my, where's my flea comb? I took my flea comb, wiggled it underneath, and just gently lifted it up. It was completely loose from the skin. I just lifted it up, that's all I did, and took the glove and got it off the flea comb. So another thing that I do to help protect Mr. Mufasa, Vaseline. Especially around the like yeast sores and all of that. Vaseline, skin protectant. Now, this might gross some of you out. I have no idea what this is from. If there's any vet techs or vets or somebody that watches my videos, please let me know what this is. I went to go and brush him. We were trying to do some desensitizing with this, and it caught something. I think it was another sword, just based on this. But I'm not 100% sure because it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't act like it. But I was told to keep the sore that we knew about clean. So I would take this and scrape all the nasty off of it, and I think that kind of made him put like pain to this brush. I don't know. But if anybody can tell me what the hell this is, I have no idea. And it's just like chunks of fur. I have no idea what this is from. Anyway. But yes. Benadryl. All of that. this is what we try to keep together for our dogs. We have an area where we keep this, and hubby obviously knows that he can go in and get whatever he needs for any dogs. So we have all of that. One thing that my trainer wants me to continue doing is working on harness pressure and teaching Mufasa harness pressure with it. But like I said, I found out that he prefers a Y front style harness. So I have this harness that we were kind of just experimenting with, and it has a handle on it. It has like a small D-ring on the back, and just like a Y front style harness. It works really well for him, and kind of just is what it is. She wanted me to get some kind of leash wraps to put around here to mark him as a service dog, because I don't like to be confrontational. But this is an extremely light harness, which works really well for him. But yes, so this is one of the harnesses that we are going to continue working with, and it has a leash to it. I told her that one of my goals is to get Mufasa to fit back into his original harness, which right now he does not fit. I need him to lose probably 50 to 60 pounds, I think. So we are trying something new, and I'm gonna see when he gets up. I'm gonna take him potty, and then I'm gonna bring him back inside, and then I'm gonna turn this light off, plug in the treadmill, have him go on the treadmill for at least 5 minutes, and see what he does from there. And then once he stops panting, and I know he's completely cooled down, I'm gonna feed him then. So we're gonna try that. And then probably tomorrow I'm gonna see about maybe doing 10 minutes. There's a bee trying to get into my damn house through my window. It's not gonna work. Shut. And then tomorrow we're gonna get him to 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and all of that. So there is that. Now, shoes. If you have a working dog, please get your dog some shoes, okay? It has been a struggle for me and hubby, and obviously Mufasa, to find him a pair of shoes that actually work. The shoes that he currently has flip on his feet. So these are his current shoes, which are a size 8. Now, Xena wears a size 6, and hers don't flip on her. So I think I'm gonna try a size 7 from Mufasa. But I absolutely love these for like winter. I just wish that they didn't flip on him the way these ones do. It's kind of a pain in the butt. So there is that. I also have a thunder shirt for Mufasa. I have mutt muffs somewhere. I don't know where the hell they went. I have no idea. Anyway, if you guys have questions about Mufasa's training, or even Xena's training, or Maddie's training, if you have any questions about my dogs in general, please feel free to comment. Let me know. I don't have an issue answering them. I love you guys, and I hope you guys are having a good day. Bye, guys.